Nobody has answered me in the chat. What do we do on a Friday? At least if the guests do not know, the members should know. What is Friday meetings for? I think we got, how many of you that are members here right now? What is our Friday meetings for? And one of the reasons I invited the guests on this call and I made this a public one, because we're going to be having a lot of new people come into this environment. This is the right foundation to make them understand what the importance of today. In the week, we have, aside the fact that we trade, and only Saturdays are days probably we don't come on, we don't trade on Saturdays and Sundays, but we have calls on the most important call of the week. What is the most important call of the week? And which day? No, I asked it's two questions. I said, what is the most important call of the week and which day? You guys are answering only the day. Okay, good. So Sunday mentorship call is the most important call of the week. Okay, and it is followed by Monday's call and on Friday's call. Who can tell me why? So you guys already said what today is for, but there was a limitation. You guys placed a limitation on what today is for. So I want to make it, and I've already started today's call. And you find out that it's really not about trading. It's not a weekly trading call. It's a weekly review call. It's an accountability call. It's our accountability call. So we have an accountability channel, do we? That's a channel. This is a live accountability. So on Mondays, we have a double session on mindset, a trading training session. Okay, then a mindset training session in the morning, then a trading, it's bigger. Okay, a trading mentorship. Okay, we trade the market, we analyze the market big, we see the market in a big way, and I get to review all of your chart. That's an accountability call, okay, and an instruction call. So we set the course of trading and person on Mondays. What do we do on Fridays? After we have set an agenda for the week, we review the agenda for the week, both on person, your activity personally, and your trading growth. So most of you're here to learn. You're learning. One of the things that I found out over time is, and you guys can answer this question, maybe let it be a question that answers you. You know, there are some questions that have answers. How many of you are here? You answer to, who do you answer to financially? If you're here, you have someone who mentors you financially and you answer to them. All right, put 10 on the chat. Okay, I will use this to say this. Many of you do not answer to anyone financially. Am I correct? Put 2 if I'm correct. Put 2 if I'm correct. You do not have anyone you answer to financially. Okay, everything revolving finance, you don't have anyone you answer to. Like anyone you are accountable to. Put 2 on the chat. This is really so, and you find out that you cannot become who you are not until you are taught and coached who you should be by who you want to be. Right? And this is what a lot of people don't understand. And that is why a lot of people don't understand the value of this call. Do you know why in life we don't like to answer to people? Because we just want to be ourselves. You don't want anybody telling you what to do, but you need change. The great people in life, even the ones that are now great, they still answer to coaches and mentors. You know why? It's a nature. It's almost like everybody has a key to somewhere. Before you get to that place, you have to provide the key. And if you don't have the key, someone has to open the door and let you in. You can't get yourself to where you've never been. So if someone is not coaching, how did you get to learn all the things, the English and the grammar you're speaking right now? Someone taught you, you answered to someone in school. Okay, can I tell you one thing? How did you get to become? So there is a law, is it priority? I'm not, that's the first time I got to learn it last week. Whatsoever, by default, whatsoever that is not in use or coached or in use tends to go negative. So guess what? You don't need to teach yourself to be poor. It's your nature. So if you're poor and you lack, you're not doing well in the feed, or you're not being successful financially the way you want, is because you're coaching yourself, because something is not in use. Am I making sense? Put 5 on the chat. If it is not in use, if your mind of success is not in use, what's going to happen to it? It's going to produce tares. It's going to produce weeds. It's going to produce things that will cause you to be negative, to be dark. But how do you put it to use? It's not just about learning. It's about leading. And there are 2 ways to lead. You lead by following, all right? And you lead by leading. If you don't have the capacity to lead, you have the capacity to follow. That is how you put it to use. That's why the scripture said something. It said, if you be willing, what's the next word? Put it on the chat. Obedient. What does it mean to be obedient? To obey. What is needed to obey? Instruction. Can you give yourself an instruction and obey it? Okay, this is practically telling you, God is telling you that if you're willing and you're obedient, in the course of your journey, instructions are going to be needed. And as long as you're willing, so if I want to make money, I get myself in an environment of people that are making money. I am willing to obey them. I am willing to learn. Now, what most of you are doing is you're getting exposed to mentorship and you're learning, but you are not obedient because you don't have an accountability system. So what I did in Pewat Nation, that's something you guys didn't know, okay? I made it. No, I don't just want to be your teacher. I don't just want to teach you. I move and I teach by principles because I can trust. I can put my life down and I say these principles can work. Can I tell you, education might not work for you, but principles will. If you learn by principles, see, I'll be frank, okay? If you come into this environment, you play more by principles and play less by skill, you're going to make more money than those who play more by skill and less by principles. Put 100 if you got what I'm tracking. You relieve so much stress by playing more by principles. And that is what I do by establishing 2 calls in the week. The accountability. Now, can I tell you something that is happening? That I made a decision to bring it to most of you, every one of you on this call. Okay. Would you guys notice that you're stepping back in accountability? Put 10 on the chat. I am the author of accountability. I created that group and I'm watching every trader. I gave an assignment. There's a rule. When you come into this environment, there's a video you watch, and the first thing you do is to what? Produce an action of trading to that video. Okay. So when we started it, I made the decision to just watch. Many of you were active. There is no week you will not drop your 2 charts. And many of you have been consistent with it. So you can see that whatsoever, the journey to success, it's a consistent journey. That's why I say play by principles, because if you play by skill, you're going to wear out. So many of you are not doing the skill. You will wear out. It will tire you. You out. But when you play by principle, it is true principles that you can adhere to consistency and discipline. Today, I don't force myself to wake up and do what I am doing. It's a principle, and the principle is I find life in giving value. That propels me more to wake up than I get something from what I am doing. Am I making sense? Are you guys tracking? My life is about giving value. So there is a joy I derive that I can never derive even if I make $1 million. There is a joy that I derive. That's my mental programming. And I stayed on that over time. So it is natural that I wake up, because the value of waking up to do what I do every day is way more important. I feel life is dependent on me. That responsibility makes me wake up, not because of what I want to get. If you focus on the things you want to get in life, trust me, at some point you're going to tire because you're going to get them. Can I give you a tire out point? Some of you have never thought of $1 million. It's just a fantasy in your mind. Or some of you are thinking of $1 million right now. Have you thought what you're going to use $1 million to do? So guess what? If you make $1 million and you find out truly, okay, that, man, this is a whole lot of money. I don't even know what to use it for. The drive to make $1 million is not going to be as there as when you didn't have $1 million. If you did not know what you would use $1 million for, likewise $10,000, likewise $5,000, you get a point when you get to hit some certain level of income, you find out that I know how to make this money right now. So the drive is going to eventually lose because you now know how. And anything that you don't turn to use, we go negative. If you're not careful, you're going to lose. Am I making sense? But the only thing that will keep you consistent and driven is what does not have to do with anything that is going to be linked to vanity. Anything that is going to link to, okay, now, if I'm making $1,000, you can't spend, how much do you want to spend? So if I want to make $10,000, it's just for the fact that let me inspire a lot of people. Let me be able to do more and give more to people, okay? If I'm making more money, I'll be able to give more. Not because I would use it, okay? Am I making sense? So you're going to get to a point in time in life. What will control you? What will motivate you to be alive and be more resourceful? It's not going to be money. It's your ability, okay, to impact, to give, to be of value, to be more of you in this world, to your family and those around you. Put 10 if you understand what I'm saying. And the only way you can achieve that is if you follow the guideline of someone who's already achieving that, because that is something you cannot teach yourself. That is why a lot of you are sleeping by, because you're following a path that is so driven towards money and you're not buying into the principles. But I thank God, okay, that I'm putting it in front of you. Are you tracking? Put tracking on the chat. So you would know that, oh, this is a value that I'm getting. I don't even know how valuable this is, but you're getting it. accountability. So when you come here today, you don't like, that's why most of you don't like today's call. How many of you don't like today's call? Don't lie, you don't even answer. Okay, but you find out that most of you don't like today's call because today's call is not a call that gives you what you want. It's a call that stresses you to be what you really need to be that you're not ready for. Okay, so I need you guys right about now. So my first accountability will be, what did you produce in the environment of trading in the course of this week? What was your production? All the traders right now. So ring your head around. Okay, I'm asking the question, though I already got most of the answers, because I have an accountability group. How many of you gave me something this week? What I did? Yes, you did. Congratulations, you did. Who else? You see how the chart is scanty right now? Some of you are just looking. Biha, what did you do likewise in respect to trading? What did you do this week? You are thinking about the question. Everyone put on the chat, in respect to trading, what did you do this week? Okay, so now I'm talking to my student right now. I know some of you, and this is a way to let you know what you're coming into. If you're not ready to stay accountable, if you say I am your coach and mentor, and you are a student and you want to be successful in this place, one thing is to be willing, another thing is to be obedient. So this is one way I check your obedience. And this is one way you can check your obedience. True or true? Am I being honest? At the end of the week, something comes and show you. We're done with the week. We started. This was so we have an underlying instruction and we have an overlaying. So the activity we do, the underlying instruction is every week, get into 2 charts, analyze them, and trade them yourself. So how can you trade them yourself? I don't leave it to you to use your own expertise. You bring them to me on Monday. So submit them before Monday night, and I will look at them. I'll tell you what you should look out for. True or true? Am I being honest? Do I do that? Was that the underlying instruction? Yes or no? Every other person. Only one person is answering. Okay. Only one person is answering. What is that our underlying instructions? Yes. So the question is, did you? So we're even talking about trading right now. You want to learn how to trade. You want to be able to make profits. Okay. And you don't want to be friends with the market. You don't want to spend time. Okay. If the only thing you want to do is watch and take, your taking cannot go beyond your becoming. Kenry, what do you mean? Even if we are in this abundant field of success, multi-millions moving in the market, trillions moving in the market every day, your ability to take cannot exceed who you are. Who you are is like a wallet. Okay, what you take cannot exceed your wallet. True or true? How many of you have a bank account? if you open a bank account in Nigeria, okay, how many of you have opened a bank account and the moment you want to put some money, you want to withdraw some money, they'll tell you that there is a limit for your withdrawal. How many of you have experienced a very annoying situation? Put it, you can't withdraw because of your security level, so you have to go upgrade. Even physical banks do that. There are some monies that cannot go into some certain level of, you want to move, you have to go, you have to move account. Your life, your level of your person, who you are, your development, your growth, it's like a wallet. You cannot attract what is bigger than the wallet. That is why you can be in this abundant feed. People are making tens of thousands. People are making thousands of dollars. Let's not even go to tens. Okay, but you're struggling to make $10. Some of you are not even making money. And you're wondering, why are you not making money? And you just ask yourself simple questions. Okay, are you doing what people who are making money are doing? So who are the people making money? Forget who's teaching right now. Let's talk about those making money within the system. Okay. Simbogeli, please, I need, okay, Rasmeni joined. When did you join Rasmeni? When did you join? Hold on. Let me release the mic. When did you join?
2 months ago, coach. I joined 2 months ago.
When did you make?
This is my second month.
When did you make your first withdrawal?
On the last week of my first month.
So
this is the second month.
Yeah, Rasmeni joined. This is his second month. On his first month, he made a withdrawal close to about $500.
$425. $425.
That is you made about $600 and something. The broker took how much, right?
Yes, they took 30%. They gave me 70%.
So now it's not about the money Rasmeni made. Okay, what did Rasmeni do? We show you what he made. Go on I need everybody to go on the accountability group. Is there a day, a week, Rasmeni doesn't send his accountability instruction? Go look. I need everybody to go look at. Is there a week have you missed sending your chart any week since you joined?
I don't think so, coach. I don't think so.
It doesn't just, I'm not the one who gives him the trade. I've taught him, I've taught every one of you the same strategy. Guess what? He takes it, he follows instruction, and he does it, and he's accountable. Many of you are trading, but you're not accountable. I submit to you that nothing is going to happen as long as you will only get your result if you're only learning how to trade. That's the thing. You get your result, and there's a limit to your result. You may be happy with it, making some couple, but if you really want to go beyond you and attract what those who are ahead of you are doing, you have to follow the instructions of those who are ahead of you. Instructions, not the learning. Am I making sense? Put sense. So he just came in and he was tracking. He just followed the instruction. He's stronger in trading right now. His confidence level is off the roof. He's so happy every week looking out to what? Because now he gets a proof of instruction, POI. I've taught you guys this. Your proof of success will be preceded by proof of instruction. Am I making sense? Are you guys tracking? So it's simple. Now, is it simple to follow instructions? Yes or no? Can I submit it to you? It is not simple. So you guys shouldn't lie. You guys are just lying to yourself. Okay, it's better to tell yourself the truth. If it is simple, you'll be doing it. It's one of the hardest things to follow instructions. It's so uniquely hard. But you know what I tell myself? It is okay to agree it's hard. But let me ask you another question, okay? Between not having enough to cater for your bills, your needs, all right, to be who you are in life financially, which is harder? All right, which is harder? You guys are not talking to me. No answer? Between not having enough to taking care of your bills, being financially low, not having enough, having the life you have right now, okay, and following instruction, which is harder? Hmm? Aji said following instruction. Aji, you must really be rich. Am I correct? And you must really be making money easily. Am I correct? I love to be friends with people like you. If following instruction is harder than not having enough money to live your life, man, I love to be friends. I love to be friends with people like you. So would you, if it is already hard by default and you need a change, and someone presents you a hard that is not as hard as living the life you have, can't you take that hard? You know why I'm telling you that it is hard? Okay, it's the only way your mind can grow up to accept it. But the truth in it is the same way support can be a resistance can be a support. It is hard when you've not learned it, but when you do learn it, you find out that it is very easy to follow. It is much more easier to follow instructions. It is much more easier to follow instructions. Just look at it. All you just have to do is watch a video. If Cambridge said this is a support, so I said I did a video that I said, okay, this is a way to get trend, this is a way to get support, this is a way to get resistance. And I said, go watch the video, take 2-3 charts and get trends. The same way I got it, get support. Just mark it up and wait for the course of a week or two and take 5 trades. How hard can that be? If not, it can only be hard when you're moving in another direction than what that direction is. How many minutes is it going to take you to drop a chart? Less than 10 minutes, you're done with the chart. And all you just have to do is just check it every 15 minutes. Just come look at it on your phone. So download TradingView, synchronize, log in. So if you have it on your phone, just look at it. Look at your trade chart. If anyone is near your resistance, what do you do at resistance? Just go sell. Put 50 pips stop loss and put 20 pips take profit. It doesn't matter the take profit. What really matters is you took the trade when it got to your resistance. You took the trade for a buy when it goes to your support. You do that 5 times. Guess what's going to happen? Your market analysis is going to teach you, because you're going to definitely get a result of your own. And now you're going to understand something that we've been saying. It's either your buy will go your direction or it will not. Then the next question your mind is going to ask you is, okay, I did 5, I got 3. You know what? Can I do 10? Let me see the number. And you do 10, you got 7. Oh, so it is really true that the market buys at support. Now you've done 10, you got 7. What's going to happen? What's going to automatically happen to you? You're going to increase in belief of what we're teaching. Am I correct? Put 10. It's going to be far better than I come every day and I teach you this is buy, we buy together. You're not going to get anything when you buy my market, but you're going to get everything when you do your analysis. It's going to increase your confidence. And guess what? Wow. So Cambridge said this is how you can move it to 9%. This is how you can move it. So you're just going to add those other spices to make the soup look sweet. That's how you become your own trader. And guess what? When you become that person, when I give analysis, you're not going to be asking questions, where do I enter? All right, Rasmani, do you ask me that question now?
Not at all, coach.
Now you even get traits before I do.
Yes.
Because you now understand how I get to take the trade. You've done it, not because it's not understand. You've practiced. I told you 4 laws of mastery. Okay. When you experience it, you're going to understand it. When you understand and practice it, you're going to master it. What most of you are doing, you are trying to understand it before you experience it. Guess what? Anything that you understand without experiencing it, it's like vapor. It will. But when you experience it, it will give you the right understanding. And when you practice that understanding, it will lead to mastery. That is why I tell you, go watch a video. When you watch that video, it may make no sense your first month or your first day or your first week. But if you watch it consistently, and there is a law of attention and intention. What you pay attention intentionally to, okay, over a period of 21 hours or 21 times will lead you to every understanding about it. This is a principle. You know, I tell you, I teach by principle. So you may not be understanding, but just stay on that video intentionally that you want to tell yourself that when you want to watch that video about maybe support resistance or anything you want to learn, say, wow, my mind is open to receiving all of the knowledge of this video. Then watch that video, do it 21 times and come back to me. If you're here, come back to me that you did not understand what was taught in that video. It is impossible. Have you guys practiced that? True or true? Okay. So if that is true, why don't you stay on it over a long period of time? Keep experiencing. Watch the videos. Some of you don't go back to, this is one wrong way you guys are learning. You know, today is my deal. Today is the day I beat everybody. I have my stage of beating you the way I want to, so that next week, it's either you don't join this session because you're going to come here and I'll beat you. Well, today is the day I flog all my students. Okay. When you stay, there was something else there. I distracted myself. Go back. There's a wrong way you guys are learning. You see this session we're doing right now. What is happening? Even if I'm teaching, even if I'm analyzing the market, what is happening? Do you know you have a very complex brain? The brain was programmed to do a thing before the thing. So guess what? You did not program yourself before this session. So what the brain here right now, what is it doing? It's recording. You're not learning, you're recording. This is one thing, this is one trick you guys don't understand. You're recording. Though a part of you is aligning with, oh, when you get this, you're inspired. Oh, man, this is powerful. You're recording and what we call, you are analyzing and accepting through recording. That is why when you leave here, 20 minutes later, 70% of what you've recorded is lost because it records and transfers. You cannot remember what you recorded. True or true? Because it records and transfer. Why does it transfer? It keeps it where you could revisit the recording. How many of you can go back to your file and say, okay, you know what? Hey, brain, replay. How many of you can do that? Can you do that? Is there any one of you who can do that? You ask, hey, brain, just sit and quiet, replay. You're not a robot, you're not an AI. Okay? But this is the powerful thing about repetition. When they say repetition is the mother of what? Lasting impression. You have recorded that session and your mind has aligned with the things that resonate with you. So many of you did not get into this session intentionally. So 70% does not fall on your side. Intention brings about 70% of what you attract. intention. So when you go back to the video, that's an intentional act. Am I correct? So that intention is a principle. Those recorded files are unlocked when you intentionally go back to the video and watch the video with the purpose of learning. That is when you learn. Am I making? So some of you that have been having challenges not understanding a thing is because you're not learning the right way. Put tracking if you're getting me. Okay? Put tracking. So if you intentionally go back to that recording, so I did trend fibs, price action. That is a video that I've been playing on. Is the video that conceptualized the concept session. So man, the concept strategy, man, I love this strategy. It's been 100%. You know what? I want to intentionally over the next 2 weeks learn this. Okay. So what do? You take that course. So there are about 5 recordings on that course that I've given to you guys. Okay. If you're here, you don't understand the concept strategy, you are a lazy person. Okay. So what do? You say week 1, this video, I am going to stay on you 21 times this week. Can it happen? Yes, that is your intentionality. And it depends. You can say 1 month, you can say, but you intentionally program yourself that this video, I'm going to stay on you and I'm going to follow all instructions in the video. And you're going to come back next 2-3 months and you're not crushing the strategy. It's impossible. I don't need to teach you more of the strategy. Everything I just need to do is to lead you. So if you learn it, you may not lead like me because I have stayed on it long enough. I understand some sign language you don't in the market. So, but when you have the principle of the knowledge and you follow my sign, guess what? You're going to get better and better in resourcefulness. But the skill of trading has been gotten by you, mastery. What leads mastery into money is what I do. Okay, that's what a lot of you don't know. Okay, you can have mastery but not have money. But first, you need to have mastery to be able to have money. So first get mastery, then I will show you one of the clearest, simple ways to turn mastery into money. But some of you are trying to turn learning to money. You're learning how to make money. When you learn to master a thing, money is going to come. Okay. So that's why I told you guys, if I'm teaching you what I didn't do, then I'll be a hypocrite. How did you get to know Ken Brimo? What was the product of Ken Brimo? When I came into this environment like you, as a student, I started learning as a student. 4 hours of my day was dedicated to my future. That was intentionality. And some people will make an excuse that I work. I work also. Do you know when I go into the market to learn, go into the videos of the recordings that I had? 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. So you are enjoying me today. I'm a product of following instruction and being intentional. And I was consistent for years. I'm still consistent today. I've not broken. Yeah, I may not be watching video today, but I'm doing more bigger things. Okay, than I'm still. Right now, my life of giving, I spend more than 4 hours giving every single day. True or true? So those things that I've deposited, I've learned, I am not doing them. Who you're going to become will be who you're going to manifest. The result you're going to have is going to be based on who you've built. It's like a wallet. I've built it. Now I don't have to stress myself to watch videos anymore. Now I'm creating videos you guys are watching. You see the growth of life? Before I watched, I'm still watching video. I'm still buying courses. I'm still investing, but my level of investing is not compared to in the academy. Then we would invest a couple of thousands, but now I can get a course for one course, maybe a 3-day course or a 5-day course or one-time course for over $1,000. My level of learning right now is deeper than, because now the things that I want to learn are deeper things. But I'm teaching you how to get at least get into the car and drive. Before you think of a Lamborghini, know how to drive. Am I correct? Many of you are thinking of the big drive. You want to, but you don't know how to drive. If they give you that car, you kill yourself. So safety first. Learn how to drive. Does that make sense? Even if I ask this question in the next 3 weeks, okay, you'll find out that, see, the first thing is, so I've done this several times. I do this. That's what we do. That's why I created a session for it, to remind you of how lazy you are. Because we do not know, the only way someone cannot make money or is not making money is tied to laziness. Do you all agree? This is something many people don't know. If you are not lazy, you can never be poor. I'm not talking about laziness of strength. I'm talking about laziness of mind. That's why I said creativity, all right? You need to be creative and you need to be skillful. If you have those two things and you're productive with it, you can never, it's impossible. Show me a man who is skillful and creative and they're poor. It is impossible. So now you have a system where you can be creative, you can be skillful. And if you just follow instructions, some of the instructions that I give about wealth and supply, that is productive. You can never be poor unless you are ignorant or disobedient. So money is not a problem. It's just not being humble enough to follow instructions. Some of you give you excuse, I don't have time. Some will give you, but you find out that those excuses don't count. They don't add money to your bank account. Do they? So they don't count. Whenever you give the excuse that I don't have time, I'm working, they don't count. Because why? The person who's talking to you right now, I never had an excuse. I had excuses, but I never made them the excuse. My reasons were far more worthy than my excuses. I never loved Forex. I detested everybody that did Forex. And everybody who was selling Forex, I would first look at you, I would gauge you. I want to be your friend so that I can discourage you, but I'll find out what is discouraging about you. I was that person. You can't tell me you're doing Forex and your shoe is looking up and your belt is not aligned with your waist. I was that kind of, that's how bad I was. To me, if you say you're doing Forex and you want me to come do Forex and you don't align, okay, I will first tell you why you're failing and you are being misled. That was me, but today I'm a coach. What changed? I'm showing you. So it doesn't look as if I'm not saying things that are far from me. I'm showing you things that are in front of you. Okay, the person who's in front of you, if I can learn Forex, why can't you? Okay, I've had bigger challenges. Some of you will say, I've lost money. I'm scared of trading. Guess what? I've lost money also. I lost, put all the years of my losing together, I lost it more this year. But I made the most money this year and I'm giving the most money this year. I've given the most money this year and I'm ending the year giving out. You see this event we're doing, it's an event of giving. Because why? I am just consistent and I focus on, in our affirmation, I tell you that I am bigger than my circumstances. Most of you just live to accept everything that comes to you. No, I don't accept everything that comes to me. I assess everything that comes to me. It's two different things. When something comes to me in the form of failure, I assess it and I find what stepping stone it is. Because failures are signals that direct you to where you should go or tell you what you should do that you didn't do or you weren't doing. So when you assess it, you learn from it. Many of you, you run from it because why? You don't want to accept it, or you accept it, you live with it. Some of you are living with your failures. All right? Don't. And the only way you cannot live with your failures is to learn from people who have assessed their failures and they are successful with it. Is there any other way? Isn't that the better way? Okay, so why am I having this extensive talk? If we had just come here today, look at how beautiful this call would have been. Okay. Oh, Cambridge. I was able to analyze 10 charts. Okay. And I did 7. Okay, the next person. I made 2%. Oh, the next person. I did 3 charts. I lost 2%. What do you think I did? And the next thing is I'll see where there are challenges and I'll say, okay, you know what? Let's look at your chart. What did you do? And I'll start teaching. So how beautiful it's going to be. That's how this session was supposed to look like. If every one of you was compliant. True. Am I being honest? And it was supposed to even be a short call. And it will inspire different level of training that everybody will be inspired in. But I come every week. It's just some people that have gotten better, and I will keep being persistent. Every week to remind you that you are sleeping in your future. Every week I come, every week, like I'm reminding you right now. All right. The major 99%, 99.8% of this call are sleeping. Then they will come tomorrow, or they will leave this environment tomorrow and they see Forex is not working. Because that's what you eventually say. You say, this thing is not working. Am I correct? Nothing works except you work it. If you're not willing to work it, it will not work for you. Put 100 if you grab. So how many of you will have a different experience next week? This is your mirror. I'm just your mirror. I know it's expensive to create this mirror. Okay, it stresses me to be like this with you every day, but I made a decision that I cannot create the success that I am if I don't show them how I became. Because the only thing I can help you to do is to become. When you become, you attract everything that there is. Any question? All right. So how many of you are new? You're excited about what I just did. You're new, knowing that you have somebody to tell you the truth every day about what you're not doing, to remind you of what you're not doing, so that if you're not seeing it in your bank account, you know you're not creating the opportunities to see it. If you didn't have anybody to tell you, your life would just be going in that direction. You think something is a missing link. I'm just showing you the missing link is the mirror in front of you, what you're not doing. So at least I'm that person. I'm that financial coach that can remind you of the financial activities that you are not doing so that you don't make excuses. You don't lead your children astray. You don't tell someone that something is wrong about society or systems, or you are the wrong factor. So change you, everything will change. Am I making sense? It's hard, but accept the truth. Okay. So how many of you are new and you love what it is and you know you're ready for this? So don't get started if you're not ready for what I just did. So how many of you are not ready to get started? Say, I am. This is too tough for me. Cambry, I cannot do this. Put I am on the chat. Okay. So you know why you can create the kind of success you can create. Okay. If you have this is priceless. You can't pay for this. So most of you will see now why you have to be in an environment of mentorship. These things will change you. Any questions so far? Can you imagine? I thought I've been recording on. Can you imagine? I thought I've been recording live on Instagram. And the button is just looking at me to press. Many of you know those calls that the call have ended, but you still be talking, and you're explaining, you're even doing all of the, and you just ask the question. It just dawned on you when it dawned on you that when you ask question and you now look at there's no reply. It's off. Man, that thing can be frustrating. Because there's no way you can rehearse what you just said and say it the same way you said it. So you just have to. That's what just happened to me. You guys missed a lot. I thought I've actually started recording, but I didn't. You missed out on this session. But the beautiful thing is, I just had a wonderful session. For anybody who's looking at going into this environment and you don't know the value of accountability, go on my YouTube right now. After this recording, make sure you watch this recording. It's going to help you. Okay? That is really what I did. So every other thing. Any question? Any questions? So tomorrow is the big day. How many of you are ready for tomorrow? How many of you know what's happening tomorrow? Put it on the chat. Put it on chat. How many of you know what's happening tomorrow? I'm super excited. And one of the things I made a decision to do. So this is the last. So I've showed you guys joined me on Monday. You guys joined me on Sunday. For every one of you that registered for the course, you joined me. So I've already started mentoring you. So this is a question that I want to ask. Okay, before we get into tomorrow. Are you confident from what you've experienced? Okay, you know what? Let me not ask it like that. Let me ask a question, maybe a plain and open question. Okay, what has it been like for those of you, I know some of you that were consistent with the exposure. So since the pre-launch, I've gotten you guys into a group, and you guys have had the opportunity of getting exposed to my training and I even did some specific training with you guys, about 2 trainings. All right. So I want to know from you, getting exposed to this environment. So you guys, practically, I would say you are in my environment. You had this last week to be in my environment to see what I did. Some of you did. You came in on the trading sessions, all right, money mindset session. Everything I did with the team, I actually gave you guys opportunity to participate. I need someone to tell me in words, in your own words, how has been the experience, and has it been worth your time? I mean, the new people that got exposed. Okay. I want to just hear maybe 1 or 2 people. Those of you that are not in Empowered Nation, that you joined us from Sunday. Sunday we did, what was our first call? What's the title of that call? On Tuesday, moving from not having to having. Okay, I know some of you, just like what I said, some of you have dropped because you attended that training, but it's on your recording file. You never revisited it. You never planned actions towards that video. Okay. No, you can come on. I say you can come on, Mike. I want to hear from you. You can come on. Just raise your hand. I want to hear from you. Has been the experience? And what has been the most remarkable thing for you over the course of your exposure, okay, to what it is we have? What has been, okay? Umuraka, all right, go ahead.
Okay, good morning, all. Mr. Kelvery, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful experience, seriously. And one of the things I'm always taking out of this is my environment, the environment I am, because your environment exposes me to lots of things. The mentorship comes with a lot of things, like lots of things that has to do with me personally, my mindset, the way I go about things, and all this is just, it still boils down to being in the environment of your mentor. So there's no way I'd be in your environment and I remain the same. I don't think so. It's not possible with what I've experienced so far. I don't think so. So I think this is also preparing me for Saturday, and already I feel like I know what Saturday is going to be like, right? even if I don't have the program for the day, but I'm already experiencing, even if it's just the tip, but I'm already experiencing what it's going to be like, right? Being in an environment of people like you and other people that are like me also, that want to learn and are willing to, to push further on this. So it's been great so far, seriously, and I would honestly do my best to make sure that I plug myself into this environment.
Amazing.
I mean,
yeah. There's a question that is coming. Let me take Patrick. Go ahead. You can unmute your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, light. I can hear you, though you're light.
Okay. I want to say, first of all, the call I am doing on since this week, especially yesterday and today, it has really shown me that the forex environment is not like our traditional environment that we were raised into. So it's a different environment of embracing success. Okay, so and that is why I'm so excited. I am grateful already. I see myself as a prophet already even before coming into this environment. So I am super excited to have this access, to have this privilege, to wanting to be in the environment, not just to start trading, but to start changing the mindset, to start seeing the world in in another perspective, in a more beautiful form, I would say, in a more beautiful form. So that's what I am so excited about. So I can't wait to start my journey from tomorrow. I'll be available for the program tomorrow, and I'll participate for it. So thank you very much, sir. I salute you, sir.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing. Obaretin Kingsley. Okay, so for those of you that are on Instagram right now, I'm going to end this. It's actually recording on Zoom. Just go on Ken Vremo. Okay, you're going to see this recording on Zoom so you can join. Okay, let's go. Yeah, go ahead, Obaretin.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Amazing morning. How you doing?
I'm doing great. And you?
I'm big.
Yeah, I'm big. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. This week has been amazing. Like you always do, how to follow instruction, and that has been a very big information for me. He said the keys in life is to follow instruction. So that's a very big thing for me that I've learned so far following you for this week, you know. So I need to follow instruction. It's a big skills for me to learn, and that will take me very far. That will take me to places because it's my skills of following instruction. My skills is in me. You understand? So I've learned a lot. I've learned so many wisdom words from you. Like, okay, this is how life is. To grow words, you need to follow instruction. You need to be obsessed with something to grow words, to grow things in life, to impact a lot of things in this world apart from your cycle. You understand? So that's been a great experience, and I really want to be part of this mission, this success. I know great men are going to be established tomorrow, and thank you so much, sir, for this great opportunity to be part of your success. Thank you very much for your wisdom and understanding. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Before we're going to leave this call, I have something to ask. I don't know if I should ask or say first. Something is going to happen tomorrow. You guys are going to get exposed to, like you already. So I don't even need to do something tomorrow. I can just celebrate tomorrow and just do what I need to do tomorrow. But there's something that needs to happen tomorrow that majority of you will get challenged by. And one of the challenges is something about you is going to tell you that you are not ready financially to embark on this journey. And that's a total lie. Many of you are already feeling that money is needed for accomplishment. That's a lie. You know, the worth of this service for the access that has been given you, you did you need money to participate over the last experience? Was money needed? It doesn't take money to attract value. It takes intention, because inside of your intention is something we call faith. So I will not have the time to talk about it tomorrow, because tomorrow is the day I attract. I've given all I need to give when it comes to information. Tomorrow is the day I'm going to attract those I want to go on the journey. But some of you, I just needed to say this, that some of you, just like every other person, when we see something that will change our life, there is that part of us that does not have the financial capacity at the time to be able to purchase it. So eventually what's going to happen to you is that your brain is going to drop on you. That's the day, okay, look at what happens. You've been on this journey now, we're here right now. Can you buy it? It will remind you of your bank account. Can we go? All right, you've been stressing me all week. That's the conversation that your brain is going to have with you. Because of, you probably do not have money in your bank account to buy, to be part of, okay? And you're just going to accept, but that is where you define yourself, okay? I'm saying this because the people who are going to go through this course will have an opportunity to learn to be creative and productive, to make means to get whatsoever they need to get. Those that are going through the course. But for those of you that will just experience the event tomorrow, what will be my advice to you? Nothing, every currency you need is in your will. Okay. I may not know how to put it expressively, but I could tell you of myself. The moment I know I need something, I have what it takes to get it. That is my currency. I have. That's my mindset. I have. So what do? I look forward to attracting what it will take. I look forward to doing what it will take. I don't have the money in my bank account to buy it, so what? But there is something you can do to get it. Take the next week, the next 2 weeks, and obsess yourself with getting to do that thing that you can do, because that is the only solution. If you say you cannot get it, it is final. But if you say, I will try my best, I will do my best to get it, it is not final. Am I making sense? Are you guys getting put track on the chat? So I know some of you are here right now. You probably didn't purchase the course because you don't have the finance to get it. That is final because you said you didn't have it. But the question I want to ask you right now, can you get it? So for those of you, you may be here on this call, or you may be listening to this call after, you ask yourself, can you get it? If the answer is no, I can't get it, or I don't know how to get it, it is final. But if the answer is, I may not know how to get it, but I'm willing to do what it will take to get it, it is not final. So what is going to be your answer? So I submit to you today that money is never a limitation. Okay, your will and your ability to do what it takes. I don't just teach people how to multiply money. I also teach people how to create access to money. In fact, that is one of the things I'm so interested in teaching, because multiplying money is a default system. Okay, so all you just need to do is you ask that question. I'm also going to create, I think there's a training I'm going to do in the beginning of the year. All right, it's going to be a supply training. I've done it before. I'm going to do it again, where you could turn what you have to money. In fact, it's part of the things I'll be doing in the course. But what I'll do is I will make that training available for anyone, all right, who's interested. All you just need to do is let me know you're interested. You can make your 2024. If you're not earning $500 a week or $500 a month, all right, you can take your first 6 months, no matter where you are. Now I'm saying your first 6 months because some of you, we are all different level. Our will is a brick. Okay, it may not be able to carry the building of our interest. You have to strengthen that will. The more strong the will is, the more you can get from it. So, but some of you, your will may not be strong. You're just trying to get it right now. So you may first push it to first getting $500 a month. Okay, then you push it to $1,000. There is a practical way you can make $500 a month without trading. And if you can make $500 a month, okay, you can trade confidently with $300 funded, and you can lose it, get it till you finally get it right. That is how trading is strong. But if you don't have an income flow and you are trying to trade, you are trading against the wheel. I'm not just saying this to those who are trying to come in. I'm also saying this to those who are in. The reason you are not being productive and you're not obsessed is because you don't have a flow that is consistent, and it's affecting your, even if you're obsessed, it's affecting your obsession. It's making you not consistent because you're distracted. Are you guys tracking? So you're trying to do too many things at the same time when you ought to be just doing one thing. So do one thing at a time. So if you're in this environment gives you a default success mechanism. But I don't give you cash flow. It's something you will build, but I teach you. So if you do not have cash flow, what should be your focus? Focus on getting cash flow within the system without excuses. Then you can now build up with the cash flow. It's waiting for you. Your success is waiting for your cash flow system. Okay. So some of you are going to learn how to make an extra $20 a day, $100 a week. Okay. 200. I'll tell you practical how you can do that. I will even go in detail to asking you what you can do. Then I'll tell you how you can get cash flow from it. Okay. Does that make sense? So it's bigger than just a course that has to do with perfect entry in trading. For this 1 month, do everything you can to get everything I have to give to you. For those of you that are out. Then for those of you that are in, the narratives are changing. Stop sleeping on what you have. Okay. If by the first quarter of the year you're still struggling, I'll pull you off. Don't struggle in my environment. Okay. I would advise you that you should stop and focus on something else in life. Because why? You're wasting precious resource and time. Okay. The narratives are changing. I'm already changing the narratives. Because why? Figured out something I told someone yesterday. I can't say it on this call. Okay. But when we start the training, I'm going to definitely let you know that I said I was going to say something. So don't miss out on tomorrow's training. I'm only going to do one training tomorrow. I promise to share something with you tomorrow that will make you know why it has been almost impossible that money is a stranger to you. How many of you feel you have this feeling that money does not like you? And it's not a friend, it's a stranger. You're having that feeling, or you've had that feeling at some point. How many of you have that? You've had that. Let me use the word, you've had that feeling, or you're having that feeling. Like money is a stranger to you. It's hard for you to befriend money. Okay. I will show you from the Bible tomorrow why that is. The origin of that feeling. It is not unique to you. It is general to mankind. And I will show you the origin and how simple you can change that. And for everybody who is making money, they've changed that consciously or unconsciously. So if you can consciously change it, it works. If you before you're going to make money, you something unconscious must happen to change that. So a lot of you have not changed that because it's still, you still have the follow come system. You're still working by the follow come. So you might imagine money is not a friend to you because you have been programmed to see it a certain way. And you don't even know you were programmed. And you cannot deprogram a program that you don't know. True or true? So whatsoever you're doing, not until you everybody who's successful today understood this program. They knew where it was coming from. In life, by default, how many of you have seen this? Let's go to inheritance. I just want to, I know I don't have a lot of time tomorrow to teach on this, but I just want to give you the best so that you would understand it more tomorrow. How many of you see that? Have you seen rich people? You know people who are extremely rich. Could I do? Have you realized that their proteges, their children, tend to have rich genes? Yes or yes? Their children, they tend to have rich genes. So they are productive in nature. Whatever they do excellent. They replicate their origin. Do you guys, have you realized? Okay. Go do your research. It's not magic. If you are a rich father, you give birth to a child, just allow that child to stay with you. As they grow and they have access to you as they're growing, it's going to be natural that they're going to tend to be rich. You don't have to, it's not because of your money that they will be rich. In fact, if you're a good parent, they will be richer than you. So what does that mean? Why did we struggle the way we struggled in life? Because our parents gave us that environment of struggling. Some of us, we have to break from the norm. That's why they say you break from the norm. The norm was to go struggle. All right, like go get good grade. We didn't have an option. The only option our parents gave to us that they had was you go to school, get a good grade, and work, be a slave. And we grew up understanding and accepting this narrative. What a poor narrative. A lack narrative. And that is how generations have grown to accept And they did not know that this narrative was programmed spiritually from the origin. And that's why it's easy to accept. And anything that is not in alliance is not easy to accept. That's why most of you find it not easy to accept abundance. Because why? It's not in your two narratives, physical narrative and spiritual DNA. It's not your narrative. So you have to break. You need spiritual assistance to break forth. Okay? But you can't have it until you know it. You can't change what you're not aware of. So one of the good things I'm doing tomorrow is I'm going to make you aware. I'm going to show you practically why there is and how you can make a change to it. And I'm going to be practically showing you during the course, okay, a 5-step system, also biblically oriented, that you can do to change it, okay, during the course. Are you guys excited about that? All right. And I'll say this publicly. I know I'm mentioning the Bible right now. Some of you may not be comfortable. This is what I'll tell you. If you are not comfortable in learning what makes me me, don't join. Don't get started. Because you cannot learn anything from me that is not principled by the word of God. Does that make sense? Put high if it makes sense. Because I'll be another step of frustration for you. Because everything I teach based on who I am. I am a product of the word of God made manifest. Okay? And I am proud of what I am teaching you. Because I believe and I can guarantee that it can change you. I'm not giving you a non-guarantee factor. Okay, I cannot guarantee that my trading will change you. I don't. But I tell you, if you learn it, it can change you. But I guarantee, if you learn the word that I teach you, it must change you. So which should I stay? I will stay on my guarantee. Okay, so if you want to learn how to trade, you can be anyone. Come and learn how to trade. But if you want to be mentored and coached by me, you must understand that my first priority is that I'm going to principle you through the word of God. If you're not ready, don't get started. Okay, any questions so far? So tomorrow, that's one of the things I'm so excited that I'll be giving tomorrow, as much as I'll be giving, a lot of things, all right? But I need you guys to do something today. Take your picture, post it, tag. Let's create a lot of buzz. Invite many people. Invite as many people as you can. How many of you live in Lagos and you love to be part of this event? You live in Lagos, you don't have the cost, and you love to be part of this event, all right? Let me see how I can stretch. How many of you live in Lagos? Okay, or you live around Lagos. Ogun State is also part of Lagos anyway. Okay, or you live around the axis of Lagos and you want to be part of this event. Okay, this is what I want you to do right now. Message me on Instagram. Okay, and message me with the word live. Message me with the word live. Let me see what I can do. I'll give you a physical pass to participate, all right, in the live event. But you must be willing not to be distorted or offended if you withstand. Okay? Does that make sense? So those of you watching on YouTube right now, if you're around, you want to be part of this event, okay, live, the physical live is, I don't need to say anything about that already. You do know proximity is power. Just message me with the word live. We are organizing everything. Message me with the word live, okay, so that we can give you a pass and you can be present. All right. For those of you who have the course already, I told you yesterday that you have one. Okay, you have one access to bringing a friend, a brother, a mentor, a wife, a husband. Okay. Okay, no. I think a husband is not that one. You can bring your husband or you bring your wife. Okay, or you bring your child. As long as it's your family, your one ticket covers for that. But giving you a ticket to bring a friend. All right. So if you have, of course, you can bring a friend. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? So I'm looking forward to richly affect you tomorrow, to richly give, and I'm looking forward for you to richly receive. Okay, let's wake up. 2024 is It's not going to get any easier except you become easy. It's not the year that gets better. It's not the decade that gets better. It's not the times that get better. It is you that get better. Okay, say I am better. You're striving in life. Your intention in life every day. The only competition you have every day is, am I being a better version of me? And this is how you can get better. You don't get better for you, you get better for others. So the best way to get better is to better others. If you're looking right now, you wake up every day. If you're going to sleep today, ask yourself this question: did I better anyone today? And if that answer you cannot answer, most of you will not like to answer, ask yourself that question. Because you know, these 24 hours that is going to pass by, you did not affect anyone, not even one person in over 8 billion people in the world have access to your betterment. That is how poor you are. So if you say you are rich, give of your riches to someone around you, people around you. It may just be, hello, how you doing? Okay, please, I just love to tell you that you are a beautiful person. You're nice in nature. I like your personality. I love the way you walk. Do you know what that is? You're giving someone a reason to smile. You bettered someone. Now imagine how many people you can better. It goes because some people think I don't have what to give. You are poor. That is why you think that way. You have everything to give, everything. You just have to start with the one you can do now. Then it will grow to the ones that have been hibernated. There are so many things hibernated in you. When you come near my environment, I would activate them. Okay. So what you do is better someone. Let someone say today was a great day because of, like, many of you are better right now. Just imagine this call. There are over almost 30 of you joined here on Zoom. Okay, I had Instagram. Couple of people joined, and a couple of people are going to rewatch. I have on YouTube right now. People are watching, and it's connected to Facebook. When I stream on Instagram, it's connected to Facebook. People are going to watch. Today, I've got over 100 people better. And you tell me that I will be broke in life, that I would lack resources the universe is freely giving. Supply comes to me because why? I am a vent and conduit of betterness. Okay, none of you paid for this, but with the value you got is what more than. So trust me, who's getting blessed? It's not you that is receiving. No, you just receive. You're not being blessed. The blessing is to the giver. So every portion of a blessing that comes, just imagine, multiply that times 100. If it gets to 500, sometimes I do a call and we are over 1,000 views. That is 1,000 portion of blessing. Stop depriving yourself of the source of the wealth of the world. Connect and give. That's when you experience true wealth. Don't be a loner. I am. Okay, my new mentor would say, a lot of you are suffering from the symptoms of a very general disease, and it's called, okay, I am meitis. I am meitis. I am me. I am me. I am me. Okay, that's a general disease lots of you are suffering from. Leave that environment of I am me. It is me. Okay, it is meitis or I am meitis. Okay, it's we. Let's grow.